This is the time of year that doctors encourage all of us to get a flu shot, but because of the pandemic, it's even more important, and we are talking about it again because it's so important.
Yes, we are. The executive director of the governor's Office of Economic Development is joining us to talk about it this morning. Val Hale is live with us via Zoom. We're grateful you're with us. Let's talk about how important it is to get a flu shot.
Well, it's always important. I think every year it's important to get one, but this year especially because we have obviously hanging over us COVID-19, and it's also a respiratory illness just like the flu. And so if we can get our flu shots and get vaccinated, it will lessen the likelihood that we're going to get that and maybe overwhelm our healthcare system, which is filling up now as our numbers have risen with COVID. It will help a lot of things if we just take care of that vaccination and don't have to worry about the flu as much.
So from what we've researched here at Fox 13, we found that fewer people are interested in getting the flu shot this year. And last year, only 40% of Utahns chose to get one. So if the numbers are even lower this year, why do you think people are discouraged currently about getting the flu shot?
I think it's just COVID fatigue. I think we're all tired of it, and we're surrounded by it every day. We hear about it every day, and in our minds, COVID-19 is probably worse than the flu, or at least it's more prevalent, easily contracted. And so it's flu might be an afterthought, but as I said, it's probably more important than ever to get the shot this year. And you mentioned 40% have gotten it in the past. We would like to see that number go up to 60% this year. We think that could really help our healthcare, and especially our healthcare workers that are struggling to keep up with all the demand on this. And so it's really important for people, and it's easier than ever to get. I think we've seen businesses. I mean, I walked in the other day to Costco, and they had flu shots. So I went over and got one. It was very easy to do, and people are trying to make it very easy for us to get that vaccination.
And I'm also wondering if it's even more important because of the limited number of ICU beds, since we do have COVID patients we're treating and trying to keep those beds open.
That's exactly right. My daughter's a nurse, and know that they're struggling for healthcare workers. They're desperate to find nurses and healthcare workers to come in and take care, because some of them are suffering from COVID, or their families are quarantined, and they have all of these issues. And if you now throw flu into the mix, it not only impacts the beds in the ICUs and the hospitals, but impacts the healthcare workers who can't get to work. And so I think it's just wise and beneficial for people to take that moment. I was shocked when I went in to get my flu shot. I didn't even feel them insert the needle. I mean, they're getting so good at it nowadays. It was like I used to hate shots, and I didn't even feel it this time. It was great. And so there's really no reason not to do it.
Yeah. Physically, it's no big deal. It doesn't hurt. But I cannot imagine having a compromised immune system as a result of having the flu and then contracting COVID when you have the flu. Is that one of your concerns?
Well, yeah, I mean, they're both respiratory illnesses, and it would be a double whammy that I don't think anyone wants to have to endure. And for some people, it would probably be fatal if they were to get them both at the same time. So it just makes a lot of sense, and I think that people, a few minutes out of their insurance company, probably pay for your flu shot, and there are locations all around the county. Just take a quick moment, go over, have it done, and then hopefully, you're going to be immunized against the flu, and that's one less thing you have to worry about.
All right, before we let you go, is there a website for people trying to find a location to get a flu shot?
Well, there is. I don't have it in front of me right now.
We do. We do.
Okay.
I've got it. It's inutah.org/healthy. inutah.org/healthy.
You know what? We'll put that on our website too, on ours, so people can link it over to it.
We'll make it easy.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's great.
All right, Val Hale with the Governor's Office of Economic Development. Thanks a lot.
Good
Appreciate
info.
talking
Thank you.
to you.
Thanks for having me on.